reminds me of this book. This guy named Daniele Bolelli, he's an Italian philosopher. He wrote a book called Make Your Own Religion. And the whole point of it was not being cornered into one specific dogma or system, and rather just be open-minded and see what different schools, different languages, different places, different school of thoughts, where they're coming from, put those all together and see where they overlap and see what works for you, what resonates with you, and create your own system that makes sense for you. And I think that's where Elevate really came from for me, was all of these systems on top of each other: TRX, durability, kettlebells, steel mace, battle ropes, all conditioning training, strength training, mobility, and how they all mix and how they all, and then the rope flow and all these systems is really about where do they connect for me, and how can I use the skills that I've learned from one thing and apply them to everything. And that reminds me of one of Georgie's favorite quotes: is how we do one thing is how we do all things. So that's really how we try to live.
No, that's great, dude. I mean, it makes so much sense. I definitely got to get my hands on that book by, what was his name again?
Daniele Bolelli. He actually has a podcast too. He's really cool. It's called
Okay.
the Drunk Taoist, the Drunken Taoist podcast. That's what it's called. He's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah. He is a philosopher, and he talks a lot about the history of religion and stuff. But the whole point was, because religion is a great analogy for
Yeah.
any type of any type of team or system or politics. We like, we're, as humans, we love to find community that have like-minded ideas and goals and this and that. So I think sometimes that becomes a little distracting, and we think about the team over logic, and you know over the collective, the grand collective, and being able to see that all of these things, no matter how different they were, like, it doesn't get much different, steel mace to TRX. Like, TRX is a suspension strap that you put on a ceiling, as opposed to a piece of steel that you have in your hands.
Yeah.
But by becoming proficient of both, I saw that there was so much
Overlapping.
overlap between the two.